Hello. Today Natali Club is opening a new project, Learning English through Reading and Listening. This program we're going to have today, it's for students with intermediate knowledge of English. And later, it will be for students with advanced level, and finally for small kids, little ones. Okay, the first story we're going to have, it's the story of Henry. You know, this is quite a famous writer. What I like in his stories, that's absolutely unpredictable ending. You think it one way, and quite sudden, it's quite an opposite way. And the first story we're going to have, it's Lost on Dress Parade. Quite an interesting story. One in the evening, Mr. Towers Chandler appeared in the streets of New York. People took him for a rich young man. He was handsome, well-dressed, and sure of himself. In a word, he looked like a typical clubman going out to have a good time. No one knew that he was not rich. He was in fact quite poor. Chandler was 22 years old. He worked in the office of an architect and got $18 a week. At the end of each week, he put aside $1 out of his salary. At the end of each 10 weeks, he ironed his evening suit and went out to have a good time. He usually had dinner in one of the fashionable restaurants where there was wine and music. Okay, it took him 10 weeks to save his capital of $10, and it took him only a few hours to spend it playing the role of a rich idler. One night, he went out, dressed in his evening clothes, and started for the restaurant where he had dinner one evening out of 70. He was just going to turn around the corner when a young girl in front of him slipped on the snow and, oops, fell down. Chandler ran up and helped her to her feet. "Thank you," said the girl. "I think I have twisted my ankle." "Does it hurt very much?" asked Chandler. "Yes, it does," she answered, "but I think I shall be able to walk in a few minutes." "Can I do anything for you?" said Chandler. "I will call a cab or—" "Oh, thank you," said the girl again, "but I don't want to trouble you any longer." Chandler looked at the girl. She was very young. Her face was both beautiful and kind. She was dressed in a cheap black dress that looked like a uniform that salesgirls wear. A cheap black hat was on her shining dark brown hair. She looked like a working girl of the best type. A sudden idea came into young architect's head. He decided to ask this girl to have dinner with him. He was sure she was a nice girl. Her speech and manners showed it. And in spite of her simple clothes, he felt he would be happy to sit at table with her. He thought, well, this poor girl has never been to a fashionable restaurant. It is clear she will remember the pleasure for a long time. "I think," he said to her, "that your food must rest for some time. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I am on my way to have dinner. Come with me. We'll have a nice dinner and a pleasant talk together. And when our dinner is over, your food will be much better, I'm sure." The girl looked up into Chandler's clear blue eyes. Then she smiled. We don't know each other. I'm afraid it's not right, she said. Why not? Asked the young man. I'll introduce myself. My name is Towers Chandler, and I will try to make our dinner as pleasant as possible. And after dinner, I will say goodbye to you, or will take you to your door, as you wish. Oh, but how can I go to a restaurant in this old dress and hat? Said the girl, looking at Chandler's evening suit. Never mind that, said Chandler. I'm sure you will look better in them than anyone we shall see there in the richest evening dress. I think I will go with you, Mr. Chandler, said the girl, because my ankle still hurts me. You may call me Miss Marion. All right, Miss Marion, said the young architect. You will not have to walk far. There is a very good restaurant a little way from here. You will have to hold my arm and walk slowly. Oh, it will take only a few minutes to get there. The two young people came to the restaurant and sat down at the table. Chandler ordered a good dinner. He felt quite happy. The restaurant was full of richly dressed people. There was a good orchestra playing beautiful music. The food was excellent. His companion, even in her cheap hat and dress, looked more beautiful than some ladies in evening dresses. And then some kind of madness came upon Towers Chandler. He began to play the role of a rich idler before the girl. He spoke of clubs and teas, of playing golf and riding horses and tours in Europe. He could see that the girl was listening to him with attention, so he told her more and more lies. The longer he talked, the more lies he told her about his life. At last she said, "Do you like living such an idle life? Have you no work to do? Have you no other interests?" "Oh, my dear Miss Marion," he exclaimed, "work? I'm too busy to work. It takes me so much time to dress every day for dinner, to make a dozen visits in the afternoon. I have no time to work." Oh, the dinner was over. The two young people walked out in the corner where they had met. Miss Marion walked very well now. Her ankle was much better. "Thank you for a nice time," she said to Chandler. "I must run home now. I liked the dinner very much, Mr. Chandler." He shook hands with her, smiling, and said he also had to hurry. He was going to his club to play bridge. In his cheap, cold room, Chandler put away his evening suit and to rest for 69 days. "Oh, that was a fine girl," he said to himself. "I should like to meet her again. I have made a mistake in playing the role of a rich idler before this poor working girl. Why did I lie to her? All because of my evening suit, I think. I'm so sorry. It's all over." Okay, that's just one part of the story. And the second part, it will be tomorrow. So, because that will be unpredictable ending, as I promised to you. Bye-bye.